Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Let's have a moment of silence for the people who suffered in the fire. Not to mention the reason why they wanted to actually take a break for this show and not just drop it instantly. A moment. Alright. That Fire Forzo. My god, this episode was actually sick. And that is exactly why I'm using Sanji, because he has the devil's footprints as well. But yeah, this episode was absolutely hype, guys. My lord. Not only did we get to see someone who I actually was really interested in seeing what he had to bring to the table, but we also got to see his power, and that person being the person that supposedly saved our main character from the fire in the first place, which now seems a lot worse than I can remember because, or a lot worse than our main character can remember, because now it seems like this guy is literally hiding something from him. He is going out of his way to make um, our character pretty much, learn the hard way about what the fire organization is doing. And the reason why I say that is because with the fight that we get to see take place with a different guy with an eye patch, um, we just get to understand how much he actually knows about him, how much he's actually looked into him, and stuff like that. So to find out that his baby brother is supposedly still alive and supposedly one of the causes of, the fire, it kind of gives you perspective on what could be his little brother's role in this grand scheme. Because think about it, um, if the devil print is he's a certain, a certain generation, and his little brother was born after him, that means he could have been the usher of a new generation, his little brother. So that's kind of like my first thing I went to, just seeing how like ridiculously dope the main captain is of the Fire Force and what he does this week, or just like how his aesthetic looks when he's using his power. Man, like it looks so freaking cool, guys. Not only does he like ridiculously acrobatic and can just get up, this man has the eye patch glowing on fire once he is activating his ability. So it was kind of weird to see like two eye patch guys in the same episode, but I mean, I'm not complaining, including because one of the evil version of the eye patch, there's a good eye patch and there's a bad eye patch, and for some reason, the bad eye patch is still trying to turn our devil against the good eye patch, supposedly. And if that is the case, I would love, I would love to know what the good eye patch actually knows. Seeing how when the devil goes up to him and pretty much is like, "Yo, uh, you remember me from 12 years ago?" He's like, "Nah, I don't remember anything from that long ago. Plus, don't you got something to be ready for, like the rookie games, pretty much?" He just kept blowing him off. And then finally, he gets saved by the actual announcement of the rookie game starting up. So that was another easy way out to not tell this kid anything that he would want to ask or even want to know. So there's that. And then the fact that after the bad guy shows up within the game, and we see just how freaking dope this fighting looks in this anime, my god. The bad guy is like a fire version of Gambit, man. Like he's literally Fire Gambit. Fire Gambit versus the devil, pretty much. And it was hype. He's literally making flame cards out of thin air to then throw around and body his opponents. Like, this is one of the sickest abilities in the show already. And not only is it super sick, he's using it in the manner of kind of just keeping people off of him, right? He like no one got that close to him besides the devil's footprints because he was toying with them. And not only that, he's like, if I let this thing go on, I knew it would get interrupted. So he literally was letting it go on, and then once it got interrupted, he was actually really mad to the point where he almost took out Arthur and this new cat girl we meet by our main character accidentally groping her in all the areas I would grope a girlfriend. So there's that. But overall, I loved this episode. I really wanted to see what these guys were going to bring to the table, being the bad guys, and to see there's another bad guy who pretty much made this ash possible for this man to go around and use. It makes me wonder why he wanted to use it, because he's so quick on his feet. Like, he didn't get touched by anybody really. And then not only that, he has these flame cards that can even move fast enough to catch our demon footprint guy off guard enough to then, actually cause some damage to him. So that was the weird part to me, is why did he then need the ash on top of his ability when he's already very strong as it is? So that was cool to see him just, practically maybe he's not as strong as we think and that's why he's using it, or maybe the ash is just a much easier way to leave the situation, or flee the scene, and it's a free power source practically. Like, as long as all of a sudden the flame of the ashes get united, you got yourself a free explosion that you can leave and not even be a part of. So I think that's more or less where he was going with that and why he does it. But to be fair, I'm not 100% sure why he did it. All I really know is we're probably going to be seeing quite a bit of his character. Not only that, he called his group the Jokers, and he also made it sound like he knew exactly what, was going on, or what these guys just may be hiding. So I'm really interested to see if he actually does know anything, what, will transpire at the end of the day when he finds out, or like when our main character finds out. But not only that, the captain of our unit gets this, good whatchamacallit, praise by the first captain of the first unit or whatever, the unit one. He's like, you got a good man there, and that's all he says. Like, he wound up going in there and having to fight someone that's ridiculously powerful. Not only was he ridiculously powerful, he still came out with, the people saved. He came out with his, people that he didn't even have to save being saved, like holding on to him for dear life. So he just pretty much proved to everybody that even in the situation where he's supposed to win a contest, he's still going to put forth the safeties of others. Like, he's like, oh, the game is postponed, guys. Like, I'm not messing with you guys. This is a bad man. And they're like, nah, we'll beat him before you and win the game. Like, they're all still focused on winning, and he's already gone through like a couple of rounds with this guy, like going back and forth with this ash that he didn't understand what the heck it was for until it was right in his face and trying to destroy him. I don't know. It really makes me happy to see this show moving in such a good way. Like, the show is really good, and I'm pretty sure everybody who's watching it can tell it's really good. But at the same time, knowing that there might be like a very simple reasoning behind the fire people having his brother, or knowing of his brother and not doing anything, maybe a little bit, like, may make me mad a little bit. But at the same time, I don't know anything about it, so I can't even like talk on it in the case of like, oh, the brother's gonna be under instant always watch by the fire people, and they never let him go or something. Like, I just don't know what they could have done with the little 1-year-old boy, or if they even done anything with him at all. Maybe they left the scene and wound up finding maybe the evil guys wound up finding the boy under some burnt up like rubble and stuff like that. Who knows, man? that's what I want to know is what the heck is going on with his little brother? Why did the fire start? And with how much ash this guy used in this week's episode, how much ash can they like produce and how quickly? Because we also saw the man who made the stuff was chilling there watching the whole entire show take place, almost as if he was invited or as if he was just there to like he knows about the event and anybody's allowed to go there and watch. I don't know. It seems like that would be uh, not possible, seeing how the main captain of the Unit 8 doesn't even want normal humans to see the weapons that they have. So why would just random people be able to then show up and watch these, these games or these high level of fire use? You know what I mean? So I don't know. Overall, the show is freaking gorgeous looking. The battles are pretty dope overall. And the person who created Soul Eater made this. So at any given time, Eater that are just guaranteed references to it. And we've seen that with some of them, like Hero the Brave and Justin the Guillotine guy are pretty much just author uh, all like reincarnated into just him. Like, go look up Hero the Brave and Justin, the guy who's the guillotine, and tell me that is not that character. But with all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I have so much other animes to watch. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I will try to get you guys the content as quickly as possible. But for first things first, I will be dropping this after I've already dropped Danmachi Season 2. So I hope you guys check out both of those and let me know what you're thinking about each show, if you are watching it or keeping up, or if you dropped it. Wherever the case may be, I read all comments, and I hope you guys have an awesome one. So with that, peace.